Hey, kid! Kid!
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy?
This thing?
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay. What's happening with the lights? Because I'm looking
The lights are
hallway, and I can't see, I literally see nothing.
The following footage was captured and shared by a vigilant guard who holds firm to the belief that he had an encounter with something mysterious during his nightly patrol of an office building. As he reached out to his co-workers to convey his unease, the guard's sense of apprehension grew palpable. In the video, the guard's voice trembles with urgency as he communicates with his colleagues, seeking confirmation of the presence of an elusive entity. He describes a shadowy figure that appears to move within the confines of the fourth-floor window, its movements unsettlingly erratic. Despite the darkness enveloping the building, the guard's keen observation detects the subtle yet disconcerting shifts in the shadows. Moments later, the shadow abruptly disappears from view, leaving the guard bewildered and the atmosphere charged with an air of mystery. The sudden disappearance of the enigmatic figure only adds to the intrigue surrounding the incident, leaving little room for doubt in the guard's mind regarding the supernatural nature of the encounter. In the aftermath of this eerie sighting, the guard grapples with the perplexing question of what exactly transpired on that fateful night. Was it merely a trick of the light, or did the guard truly come face to face with a ghostly entity? The guard's steadfast conviction in the paranormal origin of the encounter prompts viewers to ponder their own beliefs and interpretations of the inexplicable events captured in the footage.
Bear with me, guys. Okay, I'm back. Door was open again. Hello, security!
And after sharing this encounter, Josh, the security guard, uploaded another recording in which we can see him on a routine checkup before encountering something really odd that night.
Hey, kid! Kid! I don't know where he went. This kid running from me. Kid! Holy God. Where went?
The unsettling encounters of Security Officer 1275, as he shares his experiences during his nightly shifts at a local cemetery in Georgia, are shrouded in mystery and intrigue. From inexplicable paranormal phenomena to eerie sightings, his documented encounters have captivated audiences with their chilling nature. It all began with a seemingly random clip uploaded to his account, where he recounted experiencing eerie activity within the confines of the cemetery's building. The guard's sense of apprehension was palpable as he described hearing mysterious banging on the door and encountering inexplicable occurrences. Despite his efforts to investigate, the source of the disturbances remained elusive, leaving him unsettled. Subsequent recordings uploaded by the guard only added to the mystery surrounding his experiences. In one instance, he encountered a mysterious child who seemed to vanish into thin air, defying all logical explanation. Another recording captured the guard's encounter with a shadowy figure, further fueling speculation about the paranormal nature of the cemetery. As the nights wore on, the guard's encounters grew increasingly bizarre and unsettling. From strange noises and flickering lights to unexplained sightings, each experience added another layer of mystery to the ongoing saga. Despite his best efforts to rationalize the occurrences, the guard found himself confronting phenomena that defied explanation. In one particularly eerie recording, the guard's distress is palpable as he confronts a mysterious presence in broad daylight. Despite his attempts to communicate with the unseen entity, his efforts are met with silence, leaving him unnerved and unsettled. As the recordings continued, the guard's sense of unease only deepened, culminating in a decision to file a police report about the incidents. However, even the presence of law enforcement did little to assuage his fears, as the mysterious occurrences persisted. Ultimately, the guards' saga of paranormal encounters at the cemetery came to an end, leaving viewers with more questions than answers. While some speculate that he may have quit his job or grown tired of staging the videos, others remain convinced of the authenticity of his experiences. Regardless of the truth behind the recordings, the guards' encounters have left an indelible mark on those who have followed his journey, cementing his place in the annals of eerie security footage lore.
Jezu, jak to ona tak warczy?
On the final day of 2022, 3 law enforcement officers responded to a residence following a tip-off from a neighbor. The neighbor reported strange and disruptive sounds coming from the house during New Year's Eve. Inside the house, a 20-year-old woman named Kamala was found with a few friends. They were engaged in a questionable activity involving a Ouija board, attempting to summon otherworldly entities connected to a family with cannibalistic tendencies and their unfortunate victims. The situation took an unexpected turn when Kamala began exhibiting unpredictable and untamed behavior, eventually locking herself inside a room. According to her friends, something went terribly wrong, suggesting that Kamala may have fallen under the influence of a malevolent force. The police were unable to enter the room to retrieve her. Instead, they tried to coax her out by slipping a letter under the door, urging her to come out through the window to safety. However, the outcome did not unfold as expected. Eventually, the police managed to remove Kamala from the house, informing her that her daughter was waiting for her. They transported her to the local hospital, where she remains under treatment. Little information is available regarding whether her loved ones have taken any additional steps to address her distressed behavior. The entire incident is rather unsettling. The video, purportedly captured by a police officer's dash cam during a routine patrol, starts off as an ordinary night shift. However, the officer's attention is abruptly drawn to something peculiar on the road ahead. Trusting his instincts, he drives straight through the anomaly, sensing that all might not be as it seems. Upon reviewing the footage, a mist-like apparition is unmistakably visible, seemingly passing right through the police cruiser. Its form appears vaguely humanoid, adding to the eerie nature of the encounter. This unsettling sighting prompts the officer to swiftly turn around, only for the apparition to reappear from the right side of the screen, further intensifying the mystery. For many viewers, this footage serves as compelling evidence of paranormal activity. Speculation runs rampant, with theories ranging from a wandering spirit to otherworldly phenomena. The unexplained nature of the figures captured on camera leaves room for interpretation and sparks curiosity about what truly lurks in the shadows of the night.
Video and talk to the men who shot it.
It started out as a pretty typical Saturday night.
The incident has been broadcasted on a TV station, and apparently, a police department was quite certain that they had encountered a ghost at their department. Some police officers saw something that frightened them, and they managed to capture it on camera. It's an image that some people say resembles a ghost walking around the police station. Nancy Laughlin has the video and spoke to the men who filmed it. It all began as a typical Saturday night for Espanola police officer Carl Romero, who was on duty, keeping an eye on the surveillance cameras around the station. He noticed something in the sally port that caught his attention. At first, he thought it was like a fly or a moth, but upon closer inspection, he realized it had legs like a human but not quite real. Romero reported it to his supervisors, and detectives reviewed the footage. They confirmed that there was no way in or out of the secured area without the gate opening and the alarm sounding. The figure walked in the direction of the old transport cages, seemingly passing through solid objects. Detectives concluded that there was no logical explanation for this phenomenon. It wasn't a lighting issue or a technical glitch. Interestingly, there are numerous ghost stories surrounding the area, with many officers claiming to have seen or experienced strange occurrences. Some have felt someone breathing down their necks while working on reports, and others have heard peculiar noises or seen unexplainable images in the lobby area. Espanola police clarify that, to their knowledge, The station is not built on an ancient burial ground, and it has been in operation since 2006 without any inmate deaths on record. However, there have been some unsolved murders nearby. When asked if they believe in ghosts, the officers admit that they do, and they believe the figure captured on camera was indeed a ghost. Despite claiming not to be afraid of it, the image still haunts the officers who work at the station. So, what do we make of this? Is it merely a camera glitch or a spider web? Or are we dealing with something truly paranormal?
And calls it a day.
In another TV report, 2 officers are shown chasing down a speeding car. The runaway vehicle maneuvers across the road with some urgency. The officers command the driver to stop the car and get out, issuing stern warnings. However, upon inspection, there is no one outside the car and no one is behind the wheel. The van appears to be locked, leaving the officers perplexed. As they ponder the situation, the car seemingly disappears, only to reappear in the bank. The officers express surprise as they realize there is no one in either the driver or passenger seat. To their further amazement, the car is securely locked. The question arises, was the driver cleverly hiding, or is there another explanation for this mysterious unfolding of events?
422. This place definitely gives out some creepy.
A patrolling officer in the area reportedly captured an intriguing scene that prompted him to investigate a particular house. Unfortunately, the reason for his closer inspection remains unknown. In the recording, the officer expresses a sense of unease about the place, mentioning that it gives off creepy vibes. He observes shadows walking by and remarks on the possibility that it could be either a result of uncanny editing or the presence of a shadow person. The officer is unsure about the meaning behind the creepy laughter captured in the footage, leaving the situation shrouded in mystery.
Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room, correct?
Now we're delving into a notorious ghost video allegedly captured in an old hotel. You might be familiar with this case. The story goes that security was summoned to investigate a noise complaint from room 209. The eerie part? Nobody should have been checked into that room. The recordings from the CCTV cameras in the hallways depict the unfolding events. Security personnel communicate over the radio, trying to ascertain the situation. They confirm that no one has officially checked into room 209, yet they hear reports of screaming emanating from it. Despite this, they decide to investigate further. As they approach the room, the tension rises. There's uncertainty about what they might find inside. They express disbelief that nobody is officially registered to the room, yet the screams persist. They contemplate calling the police for assistance, realizing that the situation might be beyond their control. Eventually, they make the decision to enter the room despite the lack of occupancy. However, what they find inside sends shivers down their spines. The furniture is overturned, the carpet is torn up, and the shower is running, all without any apparent human presence. To everyone's surprise, no one is found in the room, leaving the security guard in a state of extreme shock. They are convinced that something paranormal transpired that night. The bone-chilling screams and the eerie aftermath leave them with no other explanation but to believe that they encountered a ghostly presence. Furthermore, the unsettling sight of what appears to be a ghostly entity leaving the room shortly after the guard's entry adds to the mystery. Many speculate that this could be undeniable evidence of a genuine haunting. Let's talk about a scary incident that happened on November 22nd. 2 brave policemen were called to check a house after the owner suspected a break-in. This house was used as an Airbnb and was sometimes rented out, but nobody was staying there that night. Let's find out what happened during their search, all recorded on the body cameras they wore. As they arrived, the owner explained that she had left to go shopping and returned to find the door open, suspecting someone had broken in. She mentioned that her husband, herself, and their 2 kids were out of town at the time. With permission, the officers entered the house to search. They asked if there were any pets, but the owner said no. Inside, they called out asking if anyone was there. They split up to search, with one officer checking downstairs and the other going upstairs. They communicated over their radios, confirming that each floor was clear. However, something strange caught their attention. All the closets were empty, which the owner said was intentional to prevent guests from stealing. Viewers noticed that the officers didn't turn on the lights, which is a common safety practice. But as they continued their search, something weird happened. The doors seemed to open by themselves. Then one of the officers upstairs heard footsteps closely behind him. What could explain these strange occurrences? Could it be something paranormal, like a ghost, or something else entirely? The unsettling events leave us with more questions than answers.
Smells like cleaning.
Let's delve into the infamous body cam footage captured during the investigation of the Watts family home, where Shanann Watts was tragically discovered deceased. As the police and cleaning crew meticulously combed through the house, they encountered a series of inexplicable occurrences and electronic voice phenomena, EVPs, adding an eerie layer to the already haunting atmosphere. As the investigation unfolded, the team was immediately struck by an unsettling smell reminiscent of cleaning products spreading through the air. Adding to the tension, some members reported catching a glimpse of what appeared to be one of the daughters lingering on the stairs as they entered the living room. The air thickened with unease as EVPs echoed through the halls, with chilling messages like, "Get out," followed by an unknown female voice adamantly declaring no. Venturing further into the house, the officers stumbled upon a closet that turned out to be a wardrobe in one of the bedrooms. Their senses heightened. They were greeted by the faint sound of a giggle lingering in the background, similar to a child's laughter. Despite their best efforts, they couldn't pinpoint the source of the unsettling sound, leaving them on edge. Outside the confines of the house, the mystery deepened. Reports surfaced of a woman captured on CCTV entering the Watts family home, yet she mysteriously vanished without a trace. Adding to the intrigue, the police discovered the garage lights inexplicably switched on, further fueling speculation about the eerie events unfolding within. As the investigation progressed, both the police and viewers alike were witness to a lot of unexplained phenomena. Some viewers claimed to have spotted a shadowy figure peering out from behind one of the officers as they ascended the stairs. Others reported witnessing shadows moving and peculiar activity, manifesting in various areas of the house, sending chills down their spines. In conclusion, the body cam footage offers a chilling glimpse into a world rife with inexplicable occurrences and lingering mysteries. While attempts at explanation have been made, many aspects remain shrouded in uncertainty, leaving ample room for speculation and unease.
The world is filled with unseen forces and mysterious creatures that exist right beside us. But what happens when they grow restless and start revealing their eerie presence? This video is going to reveal it all. On August 14th, 2022, a YouTuber named Nerve Paranormal streamed a live video that was meant to be just another investigation. But this time, something more horrifying and scary was waiting for them.
Мы поняли, что этот полтергейст, эта сущность уже была там.
Я не ухожу, я здесь.
Ноги переломаю. Но заставляет как бы паниковать.
Ты имеешь в виду подталкивать нас на это?
Да.
That night began with strange feelings. They mentioned a poltergeist, a ghostly paranormal creature that had already made its presence known. As they prepared to head out, the team felt chills running down their spine as they had visited this area before. Their destination was an abandoned manor known as Oaks and Hares Manor. With their new equipment, they hoped to capture the paranormal more clearly than ever before.
Мы последний раз внизу связывались.
Давай тогда разместимся где-нибудь сейчас.
Угу. Что?
Ты ее не ложил?
Нет еще.
Around midnight, they arrived, and immediately they knew something was off. A toy that hadn't been there before was now eerily placed at the entrance. One of them caught a glimpse of something, a face. He could feel the fear crawling down his spine.
Да, ты мне показал, знаешь, я сначала левым зрением, знаешь, вижу вот это, левым. И, ну, когда поворачиваешь голову, и на тебя это лицо как бы, это очень страшно. Первые вот эти доли секунды.
Вроде бы я не знал, что-то изменить.
Да, разместимся на столе.
Итак, друзья, мы решили применить наш новый спиритбокс, дабы узнать, есть ли здесь паранормальная сущность, выйдет ли она с нами на связь.
The team gathered around a table to begin their session. They used their spirit box, hoping to communicate with whatever might be haunting the manor. When they asked if there was a presence, the answer was enough to shake them all.
Я не понимаю, помеха это или...
Странная помеха, потому что...
Сигнал, который не распознает переводчик.
Возможно, что он... Твой, слышишь?
Да.
Как будто бы...
Здесь?
Нет. То ли с улицы.
Я слышу. Слышу я.
Не понимаю, откуда.
Может, не хватает энергии. Либо не выйти.
Москва.
Что? Я не услышал.
Как будто бы Денис.
Да, я здесь. Ты можешь с нами поговорить?
Зачем?
Мы хотим узнать, кто ты. И зачем ты здесь?
More strange things started to happen around them. Chairs that had been arranged neatly were now scattered around in different directions. Then came the noises, which were quiet, yet strange.
Ты здесь? Да, он сказал, да?
Угу. Ответь нам, кто ты?
Быть рядом.
Ты сейчас с нами находишься рядом?
Что там было внизу? Блин.
Не смотри.
Дай свечку погасим. А?
Либо это у меня уже в глазах, дай еще вспышку.
Угу.
Сделал вспышку. Вот что-то белое такое.
Угу.
Это возможно могу.
Слышь, там стулья так не стояли?
Нет. Они в разнобой были.
И шум, наверное, такой.
Suddenly, the poltergeist seemed to grow more powerful. Objects moved, loud noises echoed, and the team began to panic. "He's trying to make us hurt ourselves," one of them said, realizing that whatever was around them wasn't just trying to scare them, it wanted them to take dangerous actions.
Кого казнили? Тебя?
Не уходи.
Я не ухожу, я здесь.
В смысле, он говорит, не уходи, Денис, надо наоборот уходить.
Сейчас надо узнать, кто он. Скажи, кто ты? И где кого казнили? Может, его здесь убили просто?
In the heat of the moment, they climbed up onto the roof. They knew they had to get out, but fear confused their minds. The doors started closing by themselves, one after another. Every door was closed, and fear was all over them. Somehow, they held on, resisting the panic. They were confused about how they got out of this scary mansion, but there was only one place left open for them, which was the roof.
Не гляди, куда? Давай туда. Бля, куда Денис?
Подожди, тут. Блядь, тут. Тихо, давай не буди. Давай не буди.
Возьми камеру. Еще. Я не знаю, в дом идти вообще.
В дом больше нельзя, это точно.
Только по дереву.
По дереву?
Да.
Есть выход? Такая же высота.
Так.
Что это было?
Он этого и хочет.
По трубе, может? Что именно хочет?
Не знаю, по трубе.
Не играет,
Ложи вверх.
Видишь, он еще питается нашими страхами.
As they escaped the manor's grip, it became clear to them that this wasn't a human spirit. It was a poltergeist, an evil force that had been there for years. After performing a ritual earlier with a death whistle, they unknowingly gave it more power. The poltergeist became more violent, pushing them to the edge and trying to make them fall to their deaths.
Ноги переломаю.
Да, это. Там бетон. Что же делать?
Ну давай, наверное. Будем пытаться по-другому.
Стой. Я так подумал, может он этого и хочет. В принципе, он нам вреда никакого не приносит, физического. Только пугает. Но заставляет, как бы, паниковать. И...
Типа ты имеешь в виду подталкивать нас на это?
Да.
На опасный риск?
Да.
Слушай, а мы его тут не сможем просто? Не помню?
Я не помню.
By the end, they understood that the spirits who had once haunted the manor had moved on, but the poltergeist remained. With every visit, it grew stronger, feeding off fear, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting souls to wander in. They ended the video by saying the poltergeist had been there for years, but now it was stronger and more dangerous than ever before. With that being said, let's move on to our next paranormal activity. On August 4th, 2017, while this man was driving down a silent highway, he suddenly saw two ghostly figures appear in front of his car. One stood on the side of the road, staring with hollow eyes, while the other moved in slow, eerie steps. Chills run down this man's spine. Then, just as quickly as they appeared, both ghosts vanished into thin air, leaving him questioning if what he saw was even real. We can't ever find answers for such paranormal encounters. While our minds are still confused, let's move on to the third paranormal activity. On March 29th, 2017, a man was working late in his office when the CCTV captured something terrifying. After taking a nap at his desk, he woke up and paranormal activities started to happen. A black shadow floated above his head. He didn't notice it, but then things got worse. A red chair across the room began to spin on its own. He stared at the chair, but thought that it might be malfunctioning. He was going to regret his decision of not leaving the office at the moment. Before he could move, the pens and papers on his desk suddenly fell to the floor. The room felt cold and heavy. He wasn't sure if he was imagining it. But then, as he stood up, a black chair nearby crashed to the ground with a loud bang. The office was empty, except for him. Fear gripped him as he realized something supernatural was playing with him. Without thinking twice, he bolted out of the office, knowing that something dark and ghostly was wandering the office. Moving on to our fourth piece of footage. Paranormal activities. On August 14th, 2011, a YouTuber named Teofilo experienced something terrifying while reviewing footage of his office after he set up a camera there. As he sat in front of the laptop, looking at the footage, everything seemed normal at first. But suddenly, a chair in front of him seemed to move all by itself. Seems like the office, rumored to be haunted by ghosts, was true, after all. Chills ran down his spine while staring at the chair, unable to believe what he was seeing. The room felt colder, and the sound of the chair scraping against the floor echoed in the silence. Fear crept over him as he realized he wasn't alone in the office all this time. Something unseen was always there, watching him and his colleague. A very horrifying nightmare indeed. With that being said, let's move on to our fifth case. On July 12, 2009, 15 years ago, this man captured chilling footage inside his own home. He filmed his staircase door being closed by something unseen. With shivers running down his spine, he captured what no one could believe.
If there's anyone out there, please shut this door again. If there's anybody at all out there, please just shut the door. Move it just a little bit, just to show us that you're truly out there. Come on, do it one more time. One more. That's all I'm asking for. Just one more time, please. Show us that you're here. Show us your presence. Just move the door. Please, show us you're here. Show us that you're present. Let your presence be known by shutting this door one more time. I know you already did it, but please do it again. I don't know if I'm gonna get it again. Can't believe I just saw that. If you're out there, please shut this door one more time. That's all I'm asking. Just move. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, I'm getting seriously freaked out right now. I'll show you guys one more time that there's, oh my, holy crap. There's nothing even attached here. You can even see my shadow with the camera. And there's nothing attached. Holy crap. Alright guys, I'm getting seriously.
He zoomed at every angle to make sure there was no one, not even a single animal around the door. It didn't just happen once, it happened twice. He tried to show the whole door, carefully examining it to prove that it was real.
If there's anyone out there, please shut this door again. If there's anybody at all out there, please just shut the door. Move it just a little bit, just to show us that you're truly out there. Come on, do it one more time. One more. That's all I'm asking for. Just one more time, please. Show us that you're here. Show us your presence. Just move the door. Please, show us you're here. Show us that you're present. Let your presence be known by shutting this door one more time. I know you already did it, but please do it again. I don't know if I'm gonna get it again. Can't believe I just saw that. If you're out there, please shut this door one more time. That's all I'm asking. Just move. Oh my god. Holy shit.
This wasn't some prank or trick. Though the spirit doesn't act often, it makes his life uneasy. Each time it happens, a sense of fear fills the room. He's desperate for help, asking if anyone knows how to get rid of it.
Okay, I'm getting seriously freaked out right now. I'll show you guys one more time that there's, oh my, holy crap. There's nothing even attached here. You can even see my shadow with the camera. And there's nothing attached. Holy crap. Alright guys, I'm getting seriously freaked out. Holy shit.
Though he plans to film more, he fears what the spirit might do next. But these paranormal activities gave him the nightmares he never expected. With that being said, let's move on to our next scary footage. On October 11th, 2014, this group of friends decided to visit Hummel Park. This park is considered one of the most haunted places in Nebraska and is rumored to be the site of an ancient Native American burial ground. Little did they know what was waiting for them there.
All right, come on.
What is that?
What's what? Come on. What is what? Candles? Come here. Let's check it out. No bullshit. Come on. Come on down here with me. Come here. Guys, come here. Guys, check it out. Come here. Come down here with me right now. Guys, seriously. Guys, come here now. Come here with me. We're gonna follow this trail. Hold on, look where the trail. Come here now. Come here with me right now. Come here.
They were welcomed there by 3 candles that were lit and a blood-stained shirt. Though there was no one around who could have just lit them up. They were kind of melted as well, as if they had been glowing for quite a long time. But what's about to happen next will tell them they weren't alone in the park.
There's a blood trail and a t-shirt. There's a bloody t-shirt. Whoa, whoa, wait a minute.
There's someone behind the tree!
Where? Where?
Right there!
Where?
Behind the tree!
What tree?
That tree!
Which one?
That one!
Where?
Right there! Yeah!
Which one? This one here?
What do you think we're talking about? There he is! Yeah, go over there.
Where?
Oh yeah. This is a prank, I know that.
Go! Go!
One of them noticed someone hiding behind the trees, and one of the girls was scared to even stay there. The cameraman revolved his camera around to capture if something was there, and yes, what he captured was nothing other than a paranormal creature. They knew what they had to do. They had to run.
I just saw him. Go. Don't fall. Don't fall up the stairs. Oh shit. Get your flashlight. Hurry. He had a white face. He had a totally white face.
Really?
He had a totally white face. I thought you guys were kidding. Don't fall. Don't fall. Don't fall. Oh my God. You weren't kidding.
You did this one up
No.
there.
After settling in the car, they took a deep breath, but what they had just witnessed would haunt them for the rest of their lives. Moving on to our next eerie footage. On August 14th, 2022, the YouTube channel Dark Life shared one of its most terrifying moments. He returned to the house where a ghostly woman had once climbed out of the basement. Setting up cameras, he hoped to catch something paranormal on tape again.
Всем привет, друзья! Как и обещал, я вернулся в дом, где призрак женщины вылазил из подвала. Кто не смотрел это видео, посмотрите, ссылка будет в описании. Посмотрите, чтобы быть в курсе всей истории. А сегодня я здесь расставлю камеры и также попытаюсь выйти с ней на связь при помощи ЭГФ. Одну камеру я установлю здесь. Я думаю, что будет нормально вот такой обзор. Обзор полностью этой комнаты. Смотрите, какой здесь маленький обзор. И сравните, какой у GoPro, если я здесь установлю. Поэтому в этом углу я установлю GoPro, а с этой камеры буду ходить. Эту камеру я установлю в той комнате. Все, а здесь будет GoPro. Так, съемка этой камеры пошла. Все, друзья, установил здесь GoPro. В той комнате установил камеру, но без красного фильтра, так как я буду ходить с ультрафиолетовым фильтром. Сегодня попробую применить ультрафиолетовый фильтр и походить с ним по дому. Пока я здесь был...
Almost immediately, things went wrong. The lights flickered strangely, and his camera's battery, fully charged, drained within minutes. But what was most terrifying was the furniture moving all by itself. The whole kitchen shelf just tilted downwards when no one even touched it.
Открылась при мне дверь, но я не успел ее заснять. Когда был в той комнате, вот, здесь будто бы шевелилась мебель. Ну, перед... Шевелилась мебель. Ну, перед... Охренеть. Что со светом стало?
Now was the time to witness the dark ghost that moves around here. Something strange happened when the cameraman turned his camera. It looked like a big face was continuously staring at him.
Офигеть, да не может быть такого. С аккумулятора полный был заряжен аккумулятор. Охренеть.
During an EGF session, he asked the spirit why it stayed in the house, and it responded with a chilling word: basement. As he prepared to investigate the basement, strange things kept happening. His lights failed, and something heavy fell, echoing through the house.
Теперь без подзарядки не работает. Вот такой пауэрбанк. Здесь кто-нибудь есть из мира духов? Кто ты? Кто ты? Что этот дом? Что этот дом?
Ой.
Что тебя держит в этом доме? Что тебя держит в этом доме?
Подвал.
Подвал. А что в подвале?
Then something worse happened. Something they didn't even imagine would happen.
Ты за нафиг. Ай-яй-яй. Охренеть. Ай-яй-яй.
With strange and eerie voices coming through the EGF machine, it caught fire. The temperature of the room rose. They knew they shouldn't have come here in the first place. The cameraman was making his way out when he felt something pass right by him. He was right. It was an apparition that got caught on the camera as well.
КГФ, полная тишина.
It was a clear sign that whatever haunted this place didn't want him to go down there. Feeling a deep sense of terror, he decided to gather his things and leave before something worse happened.
Сейчас, наверное, соберу все вещи и буду уходить отсюда, пока что-нибудь еще не обвалилось в потолок или что-нибудь еще. Друзья, сейчас буду собирать вещи. Думаю, то, что это был знак, чтобы мне не лезть в подвал и вообще уходить оттуда, с того дома. Вот. На этом все. Я думаю, что на этом доме я заканчиваю. Но это была полная жесть, когда вот упала эта печка. Подписывайтесь на мой лайв-канал, группу ВКонтакте и Инстаграм. Все ссылки будут в описании.
With this paranormal encounter coming to an end, let's move on to our next case. On October 18, 2014, a YouTube channel posted one of the most disturbing videos ever captured. A soldier, standing with his team, suddenly began to move in ways that no one could explain. His legs lifted, his body stretched, but it seemed like he had no control over himself. His teammates rushed to help, but then it got worse.
Pero cuando llegue allá, para que lo vean. Cámara, ¿no? Yo no sé mi caballo, no sé. Pero, gracias, pues. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Gonzalo? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Quieto ahí. Acuéste de frente, ¿no? Eso, ¿qué es así? ¿Qué es como lo puede hacer? Mi primero, vea, mi primero. Vea, mi primero, vea, mire, vea. Quieto, déjenme. ¡Ay, mi cago! No te va a llevar. Tranquilo, Él no te lleva. ¡Corra de peña! No te lleva. ¡Ay, mi cago! Ya, ven, ya.
Something unseen dragged him forward, inch by inch, while his friends held on trying to stop it. The soldier screamed, shouting at something no one else could see. Whatever had taken hold of him wasn't letting go. Some said it was a witch, others claimed it was possession. But as the struggle continued, it became clear that this wasn't just stress or exhaustion. There was something dark at work.
Peña, corre. Ven, Lucifer, ven. Ven, Lucifer, ¿dónde está? González, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está parado? Está allá atrás, mi cabo. Ahí acá paso en el celular, ahí atrás. Sí, pasa ahí, en el celular. Pero cuando llegue allá, para que lo vean. Cámara, ¿no? Yo no sé mi caballo, no sé. Pero, gracias, pues. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Gonzalo? ¿Qué pasó? Quieto ahí. Acuéste de frente, ¿no? Eso, ¿qué es así? Como lo puede hacer. Mi primero, vea, mi primero. Vea, mire, vea. Quieto, déjenme. ¡Ay, mi cago! No te va a llevar. Tranquilo, Él no te lleva. ¡Corra de peña! No te lleva. ¡Ay, mi cago! Ya, ven, ya. Estamos todos. Peña, corre. Ya. Ven, Lucifer, ven. Ven, Lucifer, ¿dónde está? González, ¿dónde está parado?
The camera caught everything, leaving viewers haunted by what they saw. Was it a witch, a demon, or something else entirely? Everyone had their theories, but one thing was certain. The soldier was facing something beyond this world.
Está allá atrás mi cabo. Ahí paso acá paso en el celular, ahí atrás. Sí, pasa ahí en el celular. Pero cuando llegue allá, para que lo vean. Cámara lo ve. Yo no sé mi caballo, no lo sé. Pero, gracias pues. ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó, Gonzalo? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Nada, quieto ahí. Acuéste de frente, ¿no? Eso, ¿qué es así? ¿Qué es así? Mi primero, vea, mi primero. Vea, mi primero, vea, mire, vea. Quieto, vea. ¡Ay, mi cabo! Que no te va a llevar. Tranquilo, Él no te lleva.
¡Corra de peña!
No te lleva.
¡Ay, mi cabo!
Ya, ven, ya, estamos todos.
Peña, corre.
Ya. Ven, Lucifer, ven. Ven, Lucifer, ven, Lucifer, ¿dónde está? ¿Dónde está parado? Está allá atrás mi cabo. Ahí paso acá paso en el celular, ahí atrás. Sí, pasa ahí.
What a demonic witch possession the soldier might be facing, leaving us with a lot of questions. Moving on to our 9th footage of paranormal activities. On February 14th, 2022, a man found himself driving down one of the most haunted roads in his city, deep in the middle of a dark forest. He didn't expect anything unusual that night, but as he made his way back, something terrifying happened. Out of nowhere, a figure appeared, a witch, standing right in the middle of the road, staring straight at him.
Lada ding brio ksuoj umrah. Umdei ben penwit ya ka jing ya denti jono jonoro. Pi ya la kalenti. Ngiru la kalenti.
He slammed the brakes, heart racing. The car suddenly wouldn't move. No matter how hard he pressed the gas, it was like the road had a grip on his car, refusing to let him escape. The witch didn't move, didn't speak, just stood there, watching him struggle. The air around him felt heavy, like something was pressing down.
Lada brio ruan hani kran. Lada merat ni ksuoj pide ban ya la ka jong kalenti. Umdei ben penwit ya kalenti jono jonoro. Lada video beriwan keren ni. Lada video kusuat dan umrat. Ya lah kejong nanti. Dia bisa. Ya apa nak saya? Ya apa nak saya? Anak kerja petak klien. Kalau mampu kita. Ring mari. Ring mari. Boleh ke sepat no? Lepas nak naik, boleh sepat. Mana lagi? Harap ni mo. Apa ni? Kamu ni aku sini. Tolong. Kamera ni. sang di ki ba ani tin tu ai sa oh hai so di kat tu hai su ba bastante
Panic set in as the car engine was making loud noises and the lights began to flicker. The man tried to restart the car, but it wouldn't move. He felt trapped, as if the road itself was alive, holding him there with the witch's eyes fixed on him.
Sungguh paling lihat. Apa saja lagi dan. Hoi. Itu sah. Bukan kepribadian deh. Kaya main tu kan. Dia beri apa? Dia beri di makan. Dia beri lah. Dia bangkren. Kau saya hidup ni. Siap kan? Kau.
Will he make his way out of that eerie road alive? With that being said, let's move on to our last paranormal activity for this video. On May 9th, 2016, he was alone in the house when it happened. Out of nowhere, the wheelchair began to move by itself. But that was not all. At first, it was just a slow slide across the floor. Then, without warning, the house alarm went off, breaking through the silence. His heart raced as the wheelchair continued to shift, moving back and forth like something invisible was controlling it. He stood trembling in fear, realizing this wasn't a simple glitch. The house was trying to warn him. Something was there, and it didn't want to leave him alone. Each of these paranormal cases leaves us with more questions than answers. Whether it's ghosts, witches, or poltergeists, one thing is clear. There are forces in this world we can't fully explain. From haunted roads to mysterious movements inside homes, the fear these people experienced is undeniable. Each encounter serves as a reminder that the supernatural is always around us, waiting for the next victim to wander too close. Are these events just tricks of the mind? Or is there truly something darker at play? The truth may never be known. Police officers often have to face dangerous criminals daily. But what happens when the dangers are far scarier than any criminal? Here are 10 moments cops witnessed paranormal activities. Before we begin, a warning. The last story is truly shocking. But for now, let's dive into the first disturbing encounter. This footage was captured by an officer monitoring an inmate who was arrested for the rape and murder of a boy. As the officer patrolled the dimly lit hall, he couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. When he noticed the inmate wasn't alone in his cell, curiosity sparked within him. He approached cautiously, unaware that he was about to recover a shocking surprise that would change everything. As the inmate sat in his cell, an eerie sight caught his attention. A child appeared out of nowhere, standing silently behind him. He felt a chill run down his spine. After meticulously searching the cell, He found nothing out of the ordinary. No child, no trace of any intrusion. Confusion washed over him as he replayed the scene in his mind, the unbelievable image still vivid. His colleagues gathered around the monitor and shared his disbelief as they witnessed the footage, while, for some reason, a chilling thought raced through their minds. The little child spotted lingering behind the inmate bore an uncanny resemblance to the boy he had so heinously murdered. This unsettling observation raises an eerie question. Has the spirit of the young victim chosen to haunt his killer? Did this officer, in that moment, just witness something truly supernatural? The air thickened with tension as the possibility of the paranormal loomed over them, leaving everyone to wonder what mysteries might still linger in the shadows. If you thought the officer in this instance met with a frightening incident, wait till you see the next one.
The fact that you keep moving and shuffling towards me like you're about to swing on me or something is disturbing for me.
On March 16th, 2024, chaos erupted when police were dispatched to a scene filled with pandemonium. As they arrived, they were met with a shocking sight.
Hey, stop right now. Stop. Relax.
He just jumped
John,
from
so
the...
you just jumped from the banister again. Relax. What's going on? Why are you jumping like that? Are you hurt? What's your name? What's your name? I'm Nick.
The man had jumped from a balcony. The air was thick with tension as officers quickly moved in, ready to unravel the mystery of what had led to such a drastic leap. With questions swirling around them, they began to interrogate him, determined to piece together the story behind his desperate act. But he wasn't ready to comply. The only thing that could be heard was a weird, heavy breathing sound.
What's your name?
But there may be a background research with them.
What's wrong? Why don't you take a seat for me? What's your name? Do you want to talk outside? What's going on? Are you hurt? You not talking to me is not going to solve anything. We have to figure out what's going on. That's not normal. Do you want to talk to me, or are you just going to stand there?
His parents watched with growing concern as he leaped off the edge repeatedly over the past half hour. Alarmed by what they witnessed, they made the difficult decision to call the police for help. Little did the officers know, this was just the tip of the iceberg.
Okay. Can you not step towards me, please? Just back up. Hey, relax. I'm not trying to fight you or anything, okay? I gotta make sure you're okay. All right? What happened today? Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not worth it.
So, do you want to go to the hospital? Are you hurt? Hey, over here. What's his name?
The fact that you keep moving and shuffling towards me like you're about to swing on me or something is disturbing for me. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get into some type of position to try and flank me or whatever you're trying to do. And we're not going to go down this route, okay? Or you're going to try and run. You're not going anywhere right now, okay? You're being detained for your own safety and for your parents' safety. So stop trying to walk up on me, stay all quiet, and act like you're going to try and hurt me or whatever you're trying to do or be intimidating. Because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not scared of you, okay?
The officer felt a strange intensity as the man locked eyes with him who was watching him intently, stepping closer with each heartbeat. Tension hung in the air, and the atmosphere thickened as the man made a sudden decision that would change everything.
Stop resisting. You're under arrest. under arrest, buddy.
Get in the head position. Hands now!
He tried to assault the officer and was arrested on the spot. His behavior didn't go down well with many, which led to questions like, was he possessed, or was it just something else entirely? Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comment section below as we delve into the next case. On February 15th, 2019, a curious Arab security guard, driven by tales of the supernatural, ventured toward a decrepit house near his post, a building notorious for being haunted. The air was thick with dust, and the silence wrapped around it like a shroud, for no one could muster the courage to go near. Little did he know that stepping inside would plunge him into an experience so chilling that he would soon question his very choice to explore the unknown.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. مغامرة بيت الشيطان هذه يا أخوان. الله يستر. بسم الله. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم يا أخوان. من إنس وجان. لا إيش دخل الإنس؟ بسم الله. وانا حاسبنا في واحد واقف قسما بالله. بسم الله الرحمن. بسم الله الرحمن.
While he wandered through the house, everything seemed normal at first. However, within a few minutes, something terrifying happened.
ايش هذا؟ هذا مويه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ايش هذا؟ ليكون سحر. ليكون سحر. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
A door slammed with unknown force. He mumbled a prayer and left the room, but the entity wasn't done with him yet.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل فيك إذا أنت جن. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل فيك إذا كنت خادم سحر. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل فيكم. انسحب.
As the relentless paranormal disturbances escalated around him, a chilling realization gripped his heart. With no other option left, he summoned every ounce of courage and ran from the haunted building, desperate to escape the sinister forces that threatened to engulf him. Although this guard had a creepy encounter, the next one is even creepier. Social media has opened the door to connecting with a diverse range of people, and this officer was eager to join in on the excitement. What began as a light-hearted video soon spiraled into an unexpected and chilling turn of events, transforming a moment of fun into a spine-tingling horror story. The guard's demeanor shifted abruptly, his expression darkening as if a shadow had crossed his features. His body jerked unnaturally, as though he was grappling with an invisible force that had taken hold of him. It was as if he were locked in a silent battle, fighting against an unseen entity that exerted its grip on his movements, leaving him feeling utterly powerless and out of control. Desperation flickered in his eyes as he struggled to regain mastery over himself. This encounter left viewers with questions about what happened to him. Was he possessed by an unfamiliar spirit? Or was it something else? Imagine having experienced this. As a police officer and a bystander struggled to subdue an unruly man, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was deeply off about him. His wild demeanor and unpredictable strength hinted at a hidden intensity that left them both uneasy.
Hadlukan ko.
Ayaw kasi lawas sa bato. Boleh gani sir be?
The man's legs flew into the air as if being pulled by an invisible force. Its body appeared to float as they struggled to hold him down. Adding to the horror, his voice sounded almost inhuman. Out of nowhere, a chair hurtled across the floor as if propelled by an invisible force. The tension escalated, hearts racing, as the video came to an abrupt end, with the man crumpling to the ground. What just transpired? One thing stands clear. This was no ordinary occurrence. Despite this extraordinary spectacle, the true nature of what the guard experienced that day remained a mystery, as we will also see in the next case.
Señor!
During a stay at a hotel in Peru, guests were jolted awake by eerie sounds emanating from the nearby beach. The unsettling noise was so unnerving that someone couldn't resist the urge to contact the police. When an officer arrived to investigate, he found himself face to face with an unexpected mystery.
¿O por qué esa vaina? Los gritos, siguen escuchando los gritos. En el fondo, ¿no? Hay una persona abajo.
Oh, señor, identifíquese. Señor. Identifíquese, señor.
¿Están escuchando, compañeros?
Señor, identifíquese. Señor.
Sí, copiando.
Señor, identifíquese. Señor.
Escuchen,
The night was thick with silence as the officer stood by the shore, the haunting sounds echoing in the stillness. Suddenly, his gaze caught a glimpse of a woman draped in a flowing white dress, gliding along the beach with an eerie calmness, completely unaccompanied by light. Intrigued, he called out to her, but in an instant she vanished into thin air, leaving nothing behind. To his astonishment, the sand told no tales. There were no footprints, no signs that she had ever been there at all. The air grew heavy with mystery, as if the very essence of the night conspired to keep her secret. Was this a prank? Or did the officer witness something supernatural? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below as we delve into more cases.
Hey! I'm not finna go check shit. I'm going down there.
As a rookie security guard on the night shift in an old, creaky building, he had already encountered his fair share of odd happenings. But tonight felt different. There was an unsettling energy in the air that drew his curiosity. Compelled by a mix of apprehension and intrigue, he decided to pull out his camera and document the peculiar events unfolding around him.
Man, I've been clocked in 8 minutes. Hey! Hey! I'm not finna go check shit. I'm not going down there. Shit. Oh, goddamn, the door locked. Oh. Damn. If it is somebody down there, they're gonna stay their goddamn ass down there. I'm not going. Shit.
He struggled to catch anything on camera, but the following day, an experience unfolded that was nothing short of terrifying.
Hey, somebody fucking in here with me. I'm up here doing this damn job. These folks want me to do all this walking in the dark. I'm not walking down there in no motherfucking dark. Hey. Hey. Not coming the fuck out there, man. Somebody is down there with me. Somebody in here with me. When I got this job, I told them I don't do things like this. And I got my camera on, bitch. You can go if you just come out. I'll let you go free. But don't try to just pop out on me. You know what I'm saying? Scare the fuck out of me, make me shit all on myself on the job. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just trying to get my goddamn hours and go home now. He gonna act like he don't hear me. You know you back there. Come on. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna go.
He caught glimpses of a shadowy figure slipping along the hallway. Just then, an eerie sound reverberated through the silence, sending a chill down his spine. Uncertainty gnawed at him. Was it just a prank, or had he stumbled into the realm of the paranormal? After a moment of hesitation, he made the choice to retreat. Have you ever stopped to think if ghosts exist? Well, you might just find the answer in this bizarre tale. In the stillness of the night, when most places lay silent, a security officer made his rounds through a deserted food court in a shuttered mall. Suddenly, the quiet was pierced by the sound of a girl's soft cries echoing through the dining area. Little did the officer realize he was on the brink of encountering a mystery far stranger than he could ever imagine. As he patrolled the quiet hall, he spotted a little girl, seemingly alone and searching desperately for her mother. Strangely, she appeared to be visible only to him. Intrigued, he spoke with her, trying to soothe her anxieties and gather clues about her whereabouts. After their conversation, he left to share his peculiar encounter with his colleagues, but as he relayed the details, an unsettling realization washed over him. No one else was in the area. A chill crept down his spine. What had he just seen? Could it be that he had crossed paths with a spectre from beyond? If you think these are the only cases where police witnessed paranormal activity, then you haven't seen this one. On a quiet night, an off-duty police officer was unwinding with his family when his attention was suddenly drawn to the house across the street. Curiously, it had sat empty since the owner's passing, so it was odd to see any signs of life. Intrigued, he leaned in closer, wondering what could be unfolding within those still, dark walls.
操你妈的！出来！操你妈的！
A shadowy figure flitted through the dimly lit rooms, its movements swift and unsettling. The officer and his family huddled together, hearts pounding, torn between curiosity and dread as they watched the inexplicable dark shape slip from one corner to another. Was this some kind of illusion? Perhaps the result of passing car headlights casting eerie reflections? Or could it be something far more enigmatic? A spectral visitation from the home's former owner. The chilling uncertainty wrapped around them like a cold fog, leaving them with an unmistakable sense of goosebumps creeping down their spines. Now, brace yourself, because it's time for the most creepy of them all. A chilling scene gripped the neighborhood as residents dialed the police, reporting a man seated in the middle of the road inside his truck. When the officers arrived, they were met with an unsettling sight that left them baffled. Among the police officers on the scene, there was one who held a deep sense of faith. Clutching a rosary in his hand, he felt compelled to act. As he observed the troubled state of the man before him, a surge of compassion washed over him. Understanding the struggle and confusion that lay within, he made a heartfelt decision to offer the man the rosary. But that didn't go well.
¿Qué pasa, perrito? Coja ese escapulario.
¿Qué le pasó?
Cójalo, papi, cójalo.
No lo suelte, cójalo.
Quieto.
No, pues
quieto,
cójalo,
papi, quieto.
Cójalo ahí, duro.
Espere, papá, controles.
¿En la Aurora? ¿Será este mismo? Sí, es acá.
Sí, acá está.
Mamá, Javier. Voy a matar a Javier y a sus hijos.
No, espere.
Voy a matar a Javier y a sus hijos.
Espere, papá, espere.
¿Aló?
Ya, amigo, buenas noches, mire su carretera. Espere, papi, espere. No, espere.
Toca cruzarlo, güey.
Vea el Salmo, al Salmo 91.
Toca, acuéstelo, güey.
Papi, acuéstese. Acuéstese el chino.
The moment the rosary slipped into his hands, a piercing scream erupted from his lips, and he flung it away as if it was searing hot. The officer, holding the rosary with a steady grip, watched as the man's demeanor spiraled into chaos. He acted erratically, discomfort etched deeply across his face. Anxiety crept into the officer's voice as he set down the camera, tension thick in the air. Just then, the video cut out, leaving us hanging with a single haunting question. What had just transpired? Was that possession or something else? On April 9th, 2012, it was a quiet afternoon and he returned to the woods to continue working on his horror movie. The spot was deep in the trees, where he had set up a ritual circle the night before. It was only a prop, something he had designed for the film after doing some research, but what happened next didn't feel like part of the script.
See that thing right there? It's creeping me out. I lived here for going on 7 years and walked 100 miles through these woods. Never seen that shape before right there. See? It's got a funny head shape.
As he walked toward the spot, scanning the area for wildlife, he froze in fear. Near the ritual circle, there was a figure. It didn't move, but it wasn't a tree or a stump. Its shape was unnatural and stood right where the circle had been drawn.
It wasn't here earlier. Yeah, no, it's not a stump. It's not a broken tree or whatever. I don't know. It looks like it's connected right there, but it's not. I've been over there 1,000 times. It's weird.
He stared, trying to make sense of it. The figure seemed to blend into the shadows, yet it was there, clear as day. It wasn't an animal, and it wasn't anything he could explain. Later that evening, he returned with a camera, but when he reached the spot again, the figure was gone. It didn't feel like a coincidence that the figure had been exactly where the ritual circle was. He had come to the woods to create a story, but now he wondered if he had accidentally invited something real. With that being said, let's move on to our second piece of paranormal footage. On October 16th, 2022, in the forests of south of Williams, Arizona, late at night, deep in the woods, 12 miles south of Williams, Arizona, a man parked his RV for some peaceful time, but what he experienced was far from peaceful. It might be his worst nightmare. The silence of the forest was interrupted by a woman's screams for help. The cries echoed in the trees, sending chills down his spine. He grabbed his camera. He got out a flashlight. As he searched for the source, his light caught a shadow of a man standing still, watching him from the trees. Before he could react, gunshots rang out.
Okay, that's creepy.
He was panicked. He knew he had to run back to the safety of his RV and lock the door, but the danger wasn't over. From inside, he could hear movement near the RV. Soon, the man began breaking into the storage compartment under the RV. The intruder was trying to crawl beneath the floor to get inside.
I just heard that. I just heard the bay door open.
With trembling hands, he clutched his phone to record what he could. The fear was overwhelming, but he stayed silent, hoping the intruder wouldn't succeed. Every sound outside felt louder, closer. Was it all planned to scare the man, or was something sinister haunting that place? Whatever happened that night remains a terrifying mystery, but every chilling moment was captured on camera. Let's move on to our third mysterious piece of footage. On December 9th, 2013, at 3 a.m., the quiet of the building was broken as the automatic doors slid open on their own. He stood up, smiled, and politely welcomed the visitor. He grabbed a clipboard and pretended to take down their information, treating it like a routine encounter. Everything seems normal, until the CCTV footage was reviewed later. The camera showed the doors opening, but there was no one there. As the guard spoke to the space, even offered it a wheelchair, there was no human around. The shadow, or something sinister, was moving closer to the guard. The footage left everyone shaken. The guard had no explanation, insisting it felt like a real person had been there. Whatever entered that night wasn't human, but it had been welcomed in like a guest. Would it leave this place the same way it entered? With this question still tingling our minds, let's move on to our fourth footage of paranormal activities. On February 21st, 2023, this video got uploaded on YouTube, and every single person who watched it was left speechless. Are ghosts this close to us? So, this security guard was working on a night shift when he was caught on camera talking to someone.
Luis Alvarez uploaded a video taken from a security camera where a man can be seen waving to someone in the dark. He sees someone we can't see. He goes over to open the door for what he would later describe as a lost old lady. While conversing with the old lady, he waits for the elevator, and this happens.
It looked like he was talking to someone and trying to help who was lost. But who was it? According to the security footage, there was no one around. As soon as he talked to someone on the phone, he came to know that he was all alone.
He runs off the building after the horrifying realization.
He ran for his life when the elevator wasn't coming down. He ran out of the building, and people say he didn't work in the building after this paranormal encounter. What he claimed was an old-age woman trying to find her way back home was just a ghost. With that being said, let's move on to our fifth paranormal activity. On August 23rd, 2021, this security guard was watching over a shut-down area in the hospital. It was midnight. There were no patients or nurses around. This security guard had the eerie feeling that he still wasn't alone. What's about to happen next will surely confirm his doubts. What you just witnessed is only a wheelchair standing in a hallway. Nothing is terrifying about that until this next moment. At first, it was slow, just a slight shift, but then it rolled forward as if pushed by invisible hands.
Come on. Fuck Christ. See, I fucking don't. No.
Yes, the wheelchair started moving by itself when no one was around. His heart pounded in his chest, and he could not look away. There was no one there. No patient, no nurse, nothing but the empty chair, moving down the hall as if something unseen was sitting in it. This security guard definitely won't work during night shifts again. With that being said, let's move on to our next case. On the 9th of June, 2021, cops arrived at the graveyard after hearing noise complaints from the neighborhood. The cops didn't have the slightest idea what was waiting for them. As soon as the cops tried to enter the graveyard, they heard screams, as if someone was not happy to see them there. The cops ran as soon as they encountered the noises. Another similar thing happened to this cop, as soon as he tried to approach the creature moving in the woods. A loud screeching sound came from the woods. The cop didn't dare to step ahead and ran back to his patrol car. With that being said, let's move on to our seventh piece of paranormal footage. On October 27th, 2024, a spirit at the railway station was recorded. He was filming at an abandoned railway station when he saw her. A woman sitting alone on a bench. She wore a pale dress, perfectly still. Something about her didn't feel right.
रात के 12 बज रहे हैं और आप लोग देख सकते हैं दूर-दूर तो कोई नजर नहीं आ रहा इस रेलवे स्टेशन पे नजर आ रही तो सिर्फ वो औरत यहाँ पे देख सकते हो भाई रात के 12 बजे.
He later claimed she wasn't human, but a spirit that haunts the station, chasing trains that no longer stop. Locals say she's the reason the station is always empty, day or night.
औरत यहाँ पे क्या कर रही है जैसा लोग बोलते थे कि भाई ये औरत नहीं है औरत की आत्मा.
When he checked his footage, the bench was empty. The woman had vanished, leaving only a chilling memory behind.
है जो कि ट्रेन के आने का इंतजार करती रहते हैं और यह ट्रेन निकलेगी उसके पीछे ही जाती है पता नहीं क्या करना चाहती है. कई सारे लोगों को ये नुकसान पहुंचा चुकी है इसीलिए भाई इसके डर से इस रेलवे स्टेशन पे भाई कोई आता नहीं है और आप लोग देख ही सकते हो कितना ज़्यादा खतरनाक. और
Moving on to our eighth piece of paranormal footage. On January 28th, 2023, it was late at night, and the security guard had been at his post for hours. He fell asleep with the stick resting in his hand, and the quiet around him was undisturbed. But then, the surveillance camera saw something strange. A white apparition appeared near the iron gate. It didn't open the gate. It simply walked through the locked bars and disappeared into the shadows. The guard woke suddenly when his stick fell to the ground with a loud thud. He woke up, he looked around, but saw no one. Everything was still. The gate was locked, and nothing seemed out of place. A chill ran down his spine, and he froze in fear. He picked up his stick, trying to shake off the fear, but the strange feeling stayed with him. That night, he couldn't forget the sense that something or someone unseen had been there. To this day, the story of the ghostly figure crossing the gate remains a mystery. With that being said, let's move on to our 9th piece of footage. On July 8th, 2023, scary body cam footage was revealed. An officer was out on duty on his patrol, but he was about to encounter some paranormal activities at a house he was searching after getting a noise complaint. This was just the start of horrifying activities.
I'm at Site 422.
This last clip is from a patrol officer who swears he keeps seeing shadows on and inside of this building.
422. This place definitely gives out some creepy vibes.
The body cam captures something or someone on the inside of this abandoned building. Yet no one is...
As you see, there was an unexplainable shadow around the window. The atmosphere around this house was so eerie, and there were silent screams everywhere.
Supposed to be inside.
I keep seeing shadows walking by. What the f***?
Did the cop run back or continue his search? Did he make his way back or not? These mysteries will always remain like this. On July 25th, 2024, a security guard was doing his usual checks at a hospital late at night. The building was quiet, with most patients and staff asleep. As he walked down one of the long hallways, he noticed someone at the far end. The person looked like they were walking slowly, but something about it felt strange.
Ghost in hallway of haunted hospital.
The guard called out, but there was no answer. When he took a few steps closer, the figure suddenly disappeared right in front of his eyes. Confused, he checked the area, looking into nearby rooms. Everything was empty. Then he saw the figure again, this time in another hallway. It moved for a moment, then vanished again. The guard felt uneasy but kept searching. There was no sign of anyone, no sound and no explanation. By the end of his shift, he couldn't shake the feeling that he had seen something he wasn't meant to. These moments prove that even the bravest can't explain what they've seen. From shadowy figures to eerie encounters, the line between reality and the paranormal has never been thinner. Which case left you questioning what's out there?